TV. Glad to have you along with us on this Monday of Christmas week. So what happens when Christmas falls? What happens when Christmas falls on a Sunday? Is that Christmas week and you're done, or?
Well, Christmas week is always, I thought, the week leading up to the holiday, whatever that may be.
Yeah, the week leading up to. Here, hang on to this for a while.
Okay,
Just
hold
for
on
a second.
to
Yeah, hold that. Not
Hold
that.
that.
Hold
Did it
that.
slip out?
Yeah, yeah.
It's.
How many times were you asked
What I
that
like is
as a teenager? Did it slip out?
Yeah, well, what do you think? Yikes.
Yikes.
We're talking this. It's microphone connection. Okay, don't get the wrong idea. You can't see under. What's going on under that table?
None of your damn business. If we wanted you to see it, there wouldn't be a table.
That's right. We wouldn't have a graphic up on the screen.
Ho, ho, ho.
Hey, good morning. It is Christmas week, but I always thought, yeah, Bill, if Christmas was a Sunday or a Saturday, I always thought the week leading up to the holiday was Christmas week.
Okay, we can go with that.
And same, Christmas week is shorter sometimes. Like if Christmas is a Wednesday, I start counting about Saturday before Christmas, what Christmas week is. But this is it's going to be an interesting week. We're going to do a show today.
Do a show tomorrow.
We got a show tomorrow, and then we're going to do a podcast Wednesday morning, right?
Yeah, but TV, we're going to take a little vacation, all of us.
Yeah, the whole crew is.
We all have to finish up our Christmas shopping and all that stuff. So, Jonathan looks like he has something he wants to ask you.
I'll text it to you. Thank you very much.
Don't you know who? Never mind.
We have a guest on the program today, and I usually text that information to Jonathan well before airtime, so I'll get it during the commercial break. Good news, Moderna vaccine. This is the non-cold vaccine. It's
not as cold. Yes.
The Moderna is in Louisiana, as well as the Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, and distribution begins today of the Moderna. Now, again, there's a lot of prioritizing of who gets it first, and it'll probably be a while before, Joe and Mary Six-Pack can get themselves, you know what, I'm thinking maybe March, April, before just...
Yeah, it might be a little sooner, because
normal folks.
The production lines are really ramping up. We will see.
So you got vaccine coming, and the question remains, a lot of this is hotly contested on social media. Will you get the darn thing? Will you bother getting the COVID vaccine? Or are you one of those people that is worried about what might be in it or what side effects may lie? And we've already heard some stories. I don't know if anything's been confirmed, but some people that have had the Pfizer vaccine have exhibited some negative effects.
There are people, I was reading about this weekend, as a matter of fact, kind of an in-depth paper on it, but the bottom line is, if you are the person who gets severe allergic reactions to other medications, they want you to proceed with caution after consultation with your physician who knows about your history of reactions to decide whether or not you should take it at this point. There's always people that have some side effects. And the thing is, watch these spots on television, it may cause blindness. Could cause unexpected sudden
oily
death.
Discharge.
Might cause you want to eat a child. Things like that. And the
urge to gamble.
Yeah, that's the law.
That is one.
The law is that anything that anybody reports, whether it's real, whether it's related, has to be mentioned in the packaging information. So if I'm taking amoxicillin, and I report that after taking the drug, I had a sudden urge to pull the hair out of the back of my neck, they have to report that, and they have to put it in the prescribing information. So it's
okay.
We'll see. But here's a scenario. This is a real deal that you never want. And again, the headline is written wrong by Tiffany Baptiste.
Well, you don't know that she wrote the headline.
Or some other
Sometimes
person.
they have a headline stooge.
Yeah. Report, got that part right. Man with COVID-19 symptoms dies after United Airlines flight makes emergency landing at MSY.
Yeah, I saw that story.
The company is United Airlines. This would indicate that the airline was joined some way to another.
United Airlines.
Yeah. But anyway, so I've actually, when I was in airport PIO, I had this happen. It's not a pleasant thing. A man with COVID-19 symptoms died Monday after a United Airlines flight heading to Los Angeles was forced to make an emergency landing at Armstrong International Airport. United Flight 591 left Orlando Friday night when a passenger suffered a medical emergency. The flight made an emergency landing at MSY. The passenger was taken to a local hospital where he died. The flight continued to Los Angeles. One passenger on the flight tweeted about the incident and said that the man's wife was overheard saying that he was diagnosed with COVID-19.
That didn't freak them out, make them want to disinfect that plane?
Well, again, a passenger tweeted that someone else overheard.
Someone else overheard. I know a guy who knows a guy who says he heard.
Exactly.
This is what the news has turned into.
Well, United Airlines confirmed that the passenger did have COVID-19 symptoms, but could not confirm if he was COVID-19 positive or died from the virus. The CDC is checking everything out on the airplane and the passenger. But the thing is, they screen now for fever, and they ask
Yes.
you very specifically if you have been exposed, if you have been diagnosed, etc. So if it was COVID, he shouldn't have been on that airplane.
Right.
And if his wife knew that and was flying with him, she should have ratted him out.
Well, they shouldn't have been flying.
Yeah.
Period.
And they should not have let them on the airplane. So there's going to be more on this, but I've been in that situation where I got a call late one night from the station manager at American Airlines here in Baton Rouge, and Ron was a great guy, but Ron stuttered, and what he had to say made it even worse. I'm not going to do an imitation of the stutter, but
No, that would be insensitive.
he said, "Bill, I need
You are stuttering.
Yeah. Sorry, good. He said, I need you to come out to the airport right away. And I said, why? And he said, and he was all upset. He said, 23A is dead. I said, what? He said, the passenger in seat 23A on our flight from Dallas is dead.
Wow.
And I said, you still in the seat on the airplane? And he said, yeah. I said, anybody have any idea? Well, this older fella.
Did he have like a hat covering his face or something?
Well, they threw a blanket over him, which,
That tells me he's dead if I'm another passenger.
well, thing is, he's been dead for a while because the airplane went. He was an older fella. It was his time, but the airplane actually started in Los Angeles and went to Phoenix. He didn't get off in Phoenix. He didn't take a Coke or a complimentary peanuts from Phoenix to Dallas.
Okay.
And he didn't get off in Dallas, and he didn't take the complimentary peanuts or Coke or anything in the air from Dallas to Baton Rouge.
Okay. So he might have been dead before he got to Phoenix.
Yeah, by the time
I get to Phoenix.
But it is a nightmare scenario because you got all these passengers going, and you know what? People always attribute it to the vehicle. They never think, well, he might have just had a heart attack and silent heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what is wrong with this airplane? Well, first of all, you're landed, you're off of it. So if there is something wrong with the airplane, next thing they do is they call all the news media outlets they know. The people from Baton Rouge started calling 2933 WJBO, and they're like, we're going to send somebody. I said, to do what? I said, passenger's been removed. The airplane is buttoned up and it's dark because it overnights. Why are you sending a crew? But it actually happens about once a month somewhere in the continental United States. Yeah.
Somebody who just gets on a plane and doesn't make it to their destination.
Well, you got to.
That's terrible.
Well, you got to figure pre-COVID, okay? Mm-hmm. Pre-COVID, between the hours of 5:30 in the morning and 9:30 in the morning, and then again between about 11:30 and 3:30, and then again between 4:30 and 8:30 at night. Mm-hmm. At any given time, there are over 240,000 people up there on commercial airliners.
Okay.
Every day.
But we've gone way, way long for break, so we're going to take care of that now. We're going to talk about some tasty holiday treats for you.
Tasty?
Pop a cork.
I love
share
tasty.
with your loved ones from 6 to 8 feet away.
Cher is here?
What?
I've been drinking eggnog already this morning.
Yeah, I can tell. Quick break. Exiles TV. Be right back. Laurel.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hello. Hey, you caught us getting our guest in position up here on the stage so we can talk about some interesting gift ideas and some things for you can enjoy with friends during the holiday. Everybody likes a little holiday cheer, those wonderful little treats. And this is one of the things that I enjoy, especially on it's Christmas Eve tradition to me to smoke a very fine cigar.
Enjoy this one better, though.
All right. What is that?
That's a great big one.
Well, that's an Opus X.
That's an Opus X, yeah. That's,
my God.
That's the Rush Limbaugh cigar.
Please welcome Laurel Dennis. I'm calling her a wine and beverage expert. She's been working in that industry for a long, long time. She was with Churchill's in Baton Rouge. And Churchill's is a great place to go to not only buy fine liquors and wines and cigars and things like that, but also to sit and enjoy them and relax.
And to have a meal. Their restaurant is top notch.
Yes.
Most people don't realize that. But Laurel, you know, every year around Christmas, we find a way to put you on one of our programs and talk about what's going on. And as you were unloading, you said you were talking about today what is trending.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about the spirits and what is trending. First of all, the size is trending, isn't
The
it?
size is trending. So we finally, in Louisiana, are able to sell the little, we call them the airline size bottles,
Yeah.
50 mLs, 200 mLs. So they even have Johnny Walker Blue, your favorite.
My favorite.
There you
yes,
go.
indeed.
And the little packs.
I like to call these two sippers.
Or really shooters.
Yeah.
Or the ladies come in,
Shooters.
they throw them in their purse.
Now, Johnny Walker Blue generally sells about $200 a bottle for the
Yes.
750, the standard fifth, as we call
The
it.
standard fifth, right.
So what is that?
You know, I don't even remember. I think it's about $40.
About 40.
Right.
Not
the,
bad.
No. But most of these, you've got even Hendrix, Jack Daniels, even the more popular brands, they sell for anywhere $2.99, $3.99. I've got some up to $12.99.
Now, again, for those of you that are like traveling by car over the holidays,
If you're not driving,
yeah, well, I mean, it's like when you get to, Aunt Susie's, or if you're staying at a hotel, it's a lot handier to have these in your bag and just go to the ice machine and do your own cocktail in your hotel room
Exactly.
than to go to the hotel bar and pay $28 for a Kettle One and tonic.
Well, also
Yeah.
what we've been doing is we've been pairing several of these up, putting them in an empty cigar box with a couple of sticks and
Ah.
shrink wrapping them and having those as gifts.
Well, if you got men, now I know women occasionally like a cigar too, but I think predominantly
A
men.
lot of ladies now are into
My
cigars.
missus
and,
likes to smoke a cigar from
and
time
they're
to time.
not just smoking the, the flavored cigars. They are really into a lot of the, more what we would call male-dominated
Mm-hmm.
cigars. They're really into, our humidor hostess the other night was smoking an Opus X, so
So-
she's not shy.
Church is on Jefferson Highway. We'll remind you again.
Right.
Laurel's going to be with us for a
Bocage.
few more minutes in
Right.
Bocage. But somebody says, what a great idea. I would really like to get that for my brother.
Mm-hmm.
Or woman says, I'd like to get it for my husband or whatever. What's entry level on getting a few nice bottles and maybe a cigar or two and I know you're going to put it in a nice basket or a nice box. It's going
Right.
to look great.
Right.
What's entry level? Where do we start?
I like to do these. I think we have one about. We just fill it up. Whatever price you want, we can hit that price. It doesn't matter.
The price point on this Jameson box is, in my opinion,
It's
very affordable.
$15.99. You
Yeah.
get all of them, and I can throw a couple of sticks in, and you can go anywhere from $4 a stick. If you want a nice Davidoff, I can go to $50 a stick. Just depends on what you want. Or you can throw in like this as a gift pack.
Yeah.
And
Now,
that's
this is
got-
nice.
That's a really nice. Now the gift packs from Davidoff are going really nice. We've got a nice, beautiful cabinet now. It's 9 feet tall and about 6 feet long.
Yes. Hi, boys. I've missed you. Ever since my heart attack, I don't do
Now,
this anymore.
a few minutes ago
I
you
used to
said,
smoke these tubos.
a
Yes.
few minutes ago you said, the ladies put these in their purse. Hopefully they pay for them first.
Absolutely, they do. Yes, they do. They're behind locked
But, it would occur to me that, having a product like this on your shelves might be a temptation to people. I've seen that humidors sometimes have a problem with people enjoying a free sample.
They do. So now we escort people in, and
Smart.
We also watch video, so they're on camera. We watch video, and if somebody does happen to, help themselves, I'm not too shy about putting them on Facebook
Well, and-
and getting a little
And
help.
Mark's family is Italian. They will find you. They will kill you.
Exactly. But I did bring a little sample. So we have recently divided our humidors up. We have one side we call our sweet side, which we have the sweet stuff to Tatiana's. We've got some Rough Riders that come in sweet. And then the other side, and also I've got like this one is the Leather Rose series. And then the other side I call the savory side, which I'm going to have the Opus X Ashtons, of course the big Davidoff cabinet and the Fuentes.
It's been a while since I have smoked cigars. But Opus X, people used to buy that as a special occasion cigar,
Oh, yeah.
largely because of the price point.
Exactly.
Is the price still up there?
It's still up there. That one's $27 for
Ladies
that one.
and gentlemen, this is a $28 cigar.
Yes.
It's probably religious experience to smoke that cigar.
Yeah, and you got to look at it that way. Otherwise, you're going to think the entire time you're not going to do it. I'm burning $28.
But
Right.
tell me a little about these. I mean, it's not just, hey, it's got a nice wrapper, so we're going to charge a lot of money for it.
Right. So this one, they don't make a lot of. Not everybody can get these cigars. We've been with Fuente Newman. We've had an account with them for years and years and years, and Fuente for years. This is not something that I just, call them, hey, I need some Opus X. That's not how it works. They just send them to you, and you accept them.
Yeah.
That's,
say thank
that's,
you.
yes,
If you want to
thank
keep
you.
your account open,
You accept them. So that's kind of the way that Opus works. And very, very special cigar, the Opus X.
now I used to like smoking tube cigars because if I didn't want to sit and smoke the whole cigar, you put it in the tube, it goes out, and
Correct.
you relight it. But this is a real bargain. These are 3 Davidoff Aniversarios, and it's $20 cigar. It's $60 for the gift pack.
Right. And for Davidoff, that's, about
That's real reasonable.
right. Davidoff is not shy about their pricing.
That Jameson gift pack. Let's take a break.
Yeah,
We'll
we
get
need
back.
to take
Right.
a quick one.
We were talking whiskeys, Irish whiskeys, bourbon, rye whiskeys have all gotten to where now they're running 8 or 9 labels. I want to talk a little bit about
Oh, my
the
goodness, yes.
difference, if
Yes,
you don't mind.
yes.
We will be back with Laurel Dennis of Churchill's talking about fun treats for the holidays. You just stick around.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Contea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Contea, your Italian dining will change forever.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Bugg Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Bugg Show. The only thing missing is you.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Fruget Jr., and I am a general dentist at Fruget Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Right now, during the Team Honda Upgrade event, get a new 20 Accord Sport for just $309 a month with no money down, no first payment, and no security deposit. It's time to upgrade to your new Honda at Louisiana's #1 new car dealer, Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Hi, we're back with Exiles TV, and our guest is Laurel Dennis. She's we'll call her a beverage and cigar expert with Churchill's. Churchill's is a wonderful place to go. It's not only a complete humidor, they have a great selection of liquors, and they're a restaurant and a bar where you can enjoy a good smoke. It's I think one of the last, because they were grandfathered in with a no smoking rule, it's one of the last places you can go and enjoy a drink and a smoke in the same place.
There is.
But what we're talking about here is all these wonderful last-minute gift opportunities for adults. And what kid wouldn't like this? No, I'm kidding. But seriously, if you've got adults on your list and you're looking to do some of that last-minute shopping, you may not have even thought about going by Churchill's, where you can get them a selection of some of these sample sizes or cigars. We've been talking about some of the excellent cigars they have. And it's a great place to probably find something suitable for that person, no matter what the price point is.
Correct, absolutely.
I mean, to not drop this, but this Jameson gift pack, as you've told me, is flying off the shelves. And this is great. You got the original Jameson. You've got two that they use kind of an ale brewing technique in making this, and then you've got their Black Barrel, which is like their, XO. This is you couldn't get it in the United States up until just a couple years ago. But I don't know anybody that likes a glass of whiskey that wouldn't like this, and it's $16.
Right, and a lot of things that a lot of people like to purchase is because they can't make up their mind what they want, and they get a sample of all different. We have some also with different scotches, some different bourbons.
Well, yeah, the scotches are finally getting into the act.
They're finally getting into the act. We get 20 calls a day for, of course, all the collectible bourbons, and then a lot of the bourbon drinkers come in, and I tell them, why don't you go back to Scotch? Oh, I don't know anything about Scotch. 20 years ago, you and I know that was the big craze.
And we were the only ones drinking it.
Exactly. And
some people just don't. So for them, Scotch is like paint thinner or something. They just don't like to.
It's an acquired taste.
It's an acquired taste. It's an aggressive flavor profile.
It is an aggressive flavor. But the seasoned bourbon drinkers, I tell them, let's try some Scotch. So I try them on some of the lowlands. I try them on some of the ones that are, not the ones that are from, of course, Islay. That's not going to be for them.
No.
And they say, wow, I really like this, and they get to try, a little sample bottle, and they really like that.
Well, and a lot of this with bourbons, and again, I'm not a bourbon drinker per se, so I get confused. They have so many labels, so many entrants that I'm wondering who is who. With Scotch, it's still fairly simple. You've got your names that you know, like Dewar's, like Johnny Walker, I guess.
Macallan is
Macallan.
Macallan, especially when the older it is, the better it is.
Glenlivet, Glenfiddich, and there's Balvenie, and you also have somebody coming back to the United States now that was gone for a while, and I don't know why, because I happen to like it, is the famous Grouse.
Yeah, famous Grouse.
And they're doing a limited edition, and the big secret on this is that about a quarter of what's in that bottle is Glenlivet.
Well, also too, Uskabach is back because the couple that owned Uskabach passed away, but then they brought that back. I don't know if somebody purchased Uskabach, but these distillers have been around for centuries.
Well, and if you ever, bought a Scotch in a bar room, chances are if you just told them to pour what they had in their rail, you were getting Dewar's or Johnny Red. Now, I don't particularly care for Johnny Red. I like Johnny Black.
Yes, Johnny Black is wonderful.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun. All these limited edition Scotches, and what's interesting about them is most Scotch has a tendency to look a little bit like this,
right?
Kind of light. These limited editions, they're beefing them up. They look like this.
Right.
Yeah.
They look like caramel in a bottle.
Yeah, and also too, you've got a lot of line extensions, so they're coming out with some that are 30, 35 years old. Of course, you're going to pay for that. I like Kraganmore, and then the other day I picked one up to give to a customer, and I said, well, this is my favorite. And he turned around and he says, whoa, this is $500. I said, oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. I like the 12-year-old, it was the 30.
But there's a difference, okay? Venerable Jack Daniels, and this is a great Tennessee whiskey. It's not a bourbon.
No,
it's Tennessee whiskey.
Tennessee whiskey.
And
it's not 51%
it's
corn.
probably the biggest seller in the United States.
It's pretty
for
big.
brown liquor. But the thing is, you can, if you're not driving, if you're having a long holiday day, you can sit there and you can, because most people mix it, they don't drink it neat.
Nope.
You can put down a whole bottle of this in a day without any trouble. You can't do that with these big Scotches.
No.
Or the big Irish.
No.
You're going to pour 2 fingers in a glass, maybe 1 cube, but it's going to be 3 hours before you get to your next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're to be savored because the flavor profile, they've got layers and layers of flavor, and you just want to just enjoy those flavors.
So do you have...
When you say a whole bottle, are you talking about a traditional fifth, or are you talking about one of these?
No, I'm talking a traditional fifth.
I couldn't put away a whole bottle in a day. My God, I'd be...
I know.
Well, you're not professional like he is.
No, I'm actually a good market for someone to get a selection of these because I don't drink a lot of hard liquor. I'm more of a wine and sparkling wine drinker. I do like to have a little something brown every once in a while, but not a lot. So.
Yeah.
If you buy me a bottle of something, it's liable to last me a year.
The thing with Jack, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, okay? The thing with Jack is 95% of the people who drink Jack Daniels drink it with Coca-Cola. So you're sweetening it up,
I prefer
and you don't feel like you're drinking.
I prefer it straight up. What's the term? Neat?
Neat.
Just pour it in a glass and hand it to me.
Speaking of neat, what is your opinion, and I'm sure you carry these, of all the large cubes for people who like to drink their whiskey neat? they have spheres, or you have
Yes.
cubes, and they're this big. You only put one in the glass. It melts very slowly. You don't ever have to put, more ice cubes. You like them?
I love them, and we do have the big cubes. We make them, and then we can drop the cube in, or we actually have an ice baller where we'll drop the cube on the ice baller and put the top on it and let it just slowly come down, and then you get a beautiful round ball. And that's really nice because ever sit there and you have a scotch or something like, oh gosh, the ice is melted, but you want it to melt slowly, or just to make it a little chilled. That's really, really nice.
Karen loves them. Karen, when she drinks brown whiskey, will drink Highland Park 12-year-old neat.
Oh, nice.
And
oh, excuse me.
Once a year in Churchill's, give me one of those, and I don't even want to look.
That's beautiful.
But she likes the big cubes, and so we've got like 4 or 5 different shapes, but they're all this big.
Yeah.
And she drops it in her glass, and it lasts forever.
It does. They're wonderful.
Saw a thing on television that said the sphere actually is, the ball.
Yeah.
Is much less of the water from that ice is going to melt and dilute into the beverage. So chances are you'll still have most of that ball left in there by the time you
That's
finish.
because stamped onto the side of it in the mold, it says "Hurry."
Gulp.
Drink your scotch, by God. Can you stay with us one more second?
Absolutely.
This is kind of an unscheduled. We're going to call an audible here, but we've gone through all the cigars. You can find these at Churchill's.
Oh, we forgot this.
Oh, we forgot the cigar case.
Well, of course,
we got time. Yeah.
Because it's by S.J. DuPont.
Ah.
Wow.
Yeah. So you have cigar cases,
cigar
accoutrements
case.
to
That's
go
pretty
with your.
slick. I mean, that's perfect for a breast pocket of a blazer.
Because we carry the accoutrements to go with
Yes,
everything.
accoutrement. Since it's French.
Absolutely.
And by the way, if you have a cigar smoker, again, this is a sampler.
We'll turn it around.
Of
'cause it has
Davidoff's.
every day.
You have 9 different sizes in this one box. They're all Davidoff. They're all hand rolled. They are all premium cigars, and it tells you how long. For example, if you pull out the Toro, it's a 50-minute smoke if you want to go after it all at once. If you want something quick, you grab the Panatello, which is a 25-minute smoke. But they've got these all day long, and this is under $200.
Under $200. We have
for
another
9
one.
Davidoffs.
We have another one that's larger. So.
All right, when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about still wine and sparkling wine and
Absolutely.
what's trending there. We'll get into your real wheelhouse.
Oh,
here.
that's my real wheelhouse. Yes.
Laurel Dennis with Churchill's is with us back in a moment on Exiles TV.
So who thought about doing that? Who thought
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Bugg Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Bugg Show. The only thing missing is you.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing. You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day. Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are 2 busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
Exiles TV, glad to have you along with us. I'm Bill Profita. He's Kevin Gallagher.
That's the rumor.
Our guest is Laurel Dennis. She is an expert in wine and spirits. She and her husband Mark are the proprietors of Churchill's here in Baton Rouge on Jefferson Highway. For those of you in Lafayette or in the river parishes or home of Thibodaux or in the New Orleans area, it is worth a visit. Very easy to find, and they literally, you can come and do your Christmas shopping. They'll make gift baskets for you. Get some fine cigars, fine wines, and you can actually have lunch there too if you want while you make a day of it.
Delicious food. Laurel, this is the time of year for people to get together, and I realize probably less this year than in previous years because of this stupid virus, but it's holiday toasting. What do you recommend for holiday toasting, a still wine or a sparkling wine? Or is it just a matter of what you like?
It's just a matter of what you like. You know, like I said, it's trending. More and more people are into the spirits now. But you know me, I like bubbles. Love bubbles. I love my bubbles, and people are still. You know, the other day somebody wanted to buy some bubbles. I helped him out. But wine is just not as popular as it what more and more people are drinking bourbon. The ladies are drinking bourbon. Everybody's drinking spirits now. But I love.
Is this a social trend? Because wine was exploding 5 years ago.
It was exploding, and now it was. I'm telling you, all day long, it is bourbon, 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 all day long.
We went to a little Christmas gathering. There's only 10 of us, so we didn't break any rules, Governor.
Yeah.
And while many of us were drinking wine, there were 3 guys there that were drinking bourbon, and they had 5 different kinds of bourbon on the counter. You know, it's like, wow.
And these people collect bourbon, and they have spreadsheets of what they've collected. You know, some of them have, 500 bottles that they've collected. They have a sheet of what they want, and they check off once they get it, and it's crazy.
It's a phenomenon. Now, when we talk about wine and sparkling, I had something for the first time about 5 weeks ago, and it's from France, but it's not a champagne. It's a Cremant du Burgundy.
Oh, well, that's my favorite, is a Cremant du Burgundy.
They are wonderful, and they're they start about $20 and they go up about $10, $15, but none of them more than $40.
No, a Cremant du Burgundy is going to be a sparkling wine from Burgundy, which is where they make the most outstanding Pinot Noirs, in my opinion, and Chardonnays. But, why would you not get a sparkling Burgundy where that's some of the best, Pinot Noir Chardonnays come from? Of course, we know that's where what they make the best, I think, sparkling wine.
I agree with you.
And the price point is fantastic. And so on the bottle, they'll say Cremant de Burgundy, so we know that is a sparkling wine from Burgundy, made in the traditional method, just like champagne. And it's just, a little bit south of Champagne, so the grapes are a little riper. You're going to have a little more fruit on it. It's not going to be as acidic or as, it's not as yeasty, I find.
And you have them in stock?
I can get them in stock. I think right now I don't have one, but I can order that today and have that in stock, because there's a couple that I really, really like. I think I drank them all.
Well, there's certainly nothing wrong with that.
I also like Alsatian sparkling wines. Are
oh yeah,
fantastic.
the Loire Valley. Oh yeah,
or from Alsace.
Alsace,
yes, delicious.
Now, the difference between a sparkling wine and a champagne, of course, is where it's from.
Correct.
What are some of your favorites in each category?
Well, I do like those, the ones that I talked about. But if I'm going to just drink, champagne, I do like Roederer. I think it's fantastic. It's very, very well made. Tattinger is great.
Mm-hmm.
I have an Aubrey. I think is great because I like the ones that the small growers make. They make their own, and then they sell off their grapes, of course, to these big houses.
I've gotten back into Cordon Rouge.
Cordon Rouge is
Mum
great.
Cordon Rouge.
Great.
I really like it.
If you watch the old movies from the 40s,
oh, yeah.
they always had a bottle of Cordon Rouge in the back. You can tell by the stripe.
Yep.
Always had that in the back.
You tell by that diagonal stripe.
That
across
diagonal
the label.
stripe. They always had that.
Another familiar bottle is Perrier Jouet. What do you think of that? Some people think that's just a bottle gimmick, and it's not a really great sparkling
love
one.
Perrier Jouet.
I enjoy it too.
Terrific.
I think it's fantastic.
3 votes up here. Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, you get an excellent beverage, plus you get that beautiful bottle that you could put long stem roses in afterwards.
Absolutely.
Well, and I've noticed that a lot of the really good champagne houses are now supplying us in the States with 375s.
Yes.
So you can get a 375 of Tattinger. You don't have to pay $60 for a full bottle. You can get Lanson in a 375. I think you can get, I know you can get Moet White Star in a 375.
Well, they don't make White Star anymore. It's called Imperial.
Imperial.
And Bob Clicquot is too.
Is it just me, or does it, the flavor of Imperial is a little bit...
It's a little different.
It's a little different.
White Star was an extra dry, which means it's a little sweet. And Imperial's not, the dosage is not as high. I think it's a little lower.
So it's almost a brut.
It's almost a brut, yeah. But also Moet and Chandon does make 187s to fit in your purse.
Splits.
Throw a couple of those in your purse.
I'm ready.
And Chandon, their production in America, does also make the 187s, so a little more affordable.
So you talked about some of these great French houses, and they have many of them American counterparts. Like Roederer has Anderson Valley, which I think is an excellent sparkling.
It's a delicious sparkling wine. So they have Anderson Valley, and they also have Scharfenberger, which is right next door. So they own both of them. The Roederer is the state, so they own all the land, all the vineyards. Now Scharfenberger, they don't. They do buy some of the grapes, but they own a lot of it.
Well, then you got Mum Napa, which is a standard
Mum Napa,
and a really good price point on Mum Napa.
Yeah, Domaine Carneros is owned by Tattinger. Of course, you've got I just mentioned Moet and Chandon has Chandon.
Piper Sonoma, very reasonably priced.
Very reasonably priced.
Piper Heidsieck.
Piper Heidsieck is also it's a pricier than your off the shelf supermarket champagne.
And then we have Oregon producers do a lot of great sparkling wine. Now their sparkling wine is not cheap.
No.
So don't go out there and think that you're going to get like a.
People have discovered Oregon.
Yes, they're not going to get a $15.99 sparkling from there.
I've noticed in past years I've come to you to get me a case of Jordan J.
Yeah.
Because it's a personal favorite of ours. Because at the time we couldn't easily find it.
No.
At places. Now I'm seeing it everywhere.
Well, Gallo bought J.
So it's a distribution thing.
It's a distribution, I think, maybe because Gallo, they're really into marketing and that. But yeah, the Jordan family was actually owned by the daughter. So, but Jay is now owned by Gallo.
But now Gallo kind of has had a reputation as a cheap ass wine.
Right.
Are they buying up these better vineyards, trying to put that aside, or?
I wouldn't say buying up the better vineyards. I think they're buying up the better brands. So I don't know what they're doing with them. Nobody really knows. They bought up a lot of brands.
Didn't
lately.
they always have a high-end brand that just didn't have the Gallo name on it?
They actually had some single vineyard stuff years and years ago.
Yeah.
And that stuff was dynamite.
Yeah, and it was pricey.
It was very pricey. But the problem was it did have the Gallo name on it. People went, I don't know about that. But it was fantastic. Gina Gallo did some great Chardonnays, and they had a fantastic high-end reserve, family reserve Cabernet that was out of sight, but it was $100.
Yeah.
And that was like 15 years ago.
Yeah, $100 15 years ago was an ouch.
Yeah.
Folks, Laurel and her husband Mark operate Churchill's in Bocage on Jefferson Highway in Baton Rouge. You can also take the time to grab a bite because they have a wonderful restaurant in the back. But if you want something fun for Christmas for somebody you care about, they will hook you up no matter what it is no matter what price point, and we always love having you on with us.
Thank you so much. This is always fun coming to talk to you
We
guys.
might get you back before New Year's, and let's go through all kinds of champagnes for New Year's Eve. We'll get you back.
We get to tell
Well, that's
people
like
they
next
don't have
week.
to drink. They don't have to drink bourbon. They
That's
can
right.
drink champagne.
Yes, we'll bring you back a week from today. Put it on your calendar. How's that?
I'll do that definitely.
Sounds like a date. Okay. We're going to take a break and be back and wrap things up today on this edition of Exiles TV. Stay with us.
All right, let me grab the mic.
Caught spiders. Premier Pest Services.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Fruget Jr., and I am a general dentist at Fruget Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer welcomes you to our biggest clearance sale of the year, the Happy Honda Days sales event. Get year-end clearance pricing on over 900 new Hondas, plus a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Honda. Save thousands on your new Honda right here at Team Honda.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bugg Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Thank you for being with us for today's Exiles TV, and thanks again to Laurel Dennis for spending some holiday time with us. It is the time of year to, a lot of adult beverages are consumed, but not to get preachy, but you should always designate a driver, or better yet, just not have driving be part of the picture if you're going to get together with friends.
It's just too easy to have someone that doesn't drink drive, or to get Uber or Lyft. It is just way too easy.
Well, and if you just plan your visit for, allow 90 minutes to 2 hours from your last drink to the time you're going to need to drive, and drink some water, chances are your body can metabolize most of that alcohol and you won't be, but better not to take a chance.
Yeah, why would you take the chance?
Just, spend the night.
I think one of the saddest things that we ever see, and I'm always hoping for a year where we're not going to see it, is you see the family that was in a horrible wreck on Christmas Eve because somebody was drinking.
Right. Maybe not anybody in their vehicle, but sometimes the vehicle that they collided with.
Yeah, and you also see the houses that catch fire, and it's largely because I don't know why people get so careless with their Christmas trees on Christmas Eve, and they leave them lit, and the tree has been dried out because you've had it up since 4 days after Thanksgiving, and the family wakes up to smoke alarms. It just.
Well, I guess there's still a lot of people using mostly incandescent lights, but nowadays LED lights, they don't put off any heat.
No.
So they're much safer. But
it is safer.
If you're going to have a real tree in the house, you've got to take precautions, and you've got to shut that thing off at night. You're just asking for trouble, while you sleep. There are some news stories worth talking about. What's going on with COVID-19 is we seem to have a worse wave of infections and positive tests than we had over the spring and the summer. We seem to have more people getting COVID-19 than ever before. Now, this is despite the fact that people are wearing masks, most of them. People are maintaining the 6-foot distance. Businesses that are open are taking the proper steps that they have to take in order to remain open, and that is requiring the masks, sometimes limiting their. So, how is it? I was asking a physician this just the other day. It's like, what's up with flu? Well, there are very few cases of flu being reported this year. Well, why is that? Well, that's because everybody's wearing a mask. And I said, well, then if it's because everybody's wearing a mask, why are so many people getting COVID-19? Well, not enough people are wearing a mask. It's like, whoa, did you hear what you just told me?
I think he was trying to send you a message there that we don't know.
It's like, so are not enough of us wearing the mask? Is it just enough mask use to defeat the flu, but not COVID? Is COVID that much more contagious than flu? They didn't say it was early on, but this is, as I've had many people remind me, Bill, a novel virus, one we've never had scientific experience with up until now, in humans.
And I think we also have human nature at work 3 times in the last 3 weeks. I've been at a small gathering among people that have been being very, very careful. So it didn't bother me because they've all said, we've been being very, very careful. But again, I get it's the holidays. I'm going to hug your neck and kiss you. And you know what?
Bump elbows this year.
Well, yeah, and that's just human nature. I mean, I've been kind of guilty of that myself. And I do think that the hand washing has declined. And I agree with the experts that say that it's all important, but the most important thing is to wash your hands frequently and to use that sanitizer.
Couldn't agree more.
And I will tell you, my seasonal allergies, which usually run from mid-October to about this time in December, have been non-existent, and I attribute that to the hand washing. I mean, I wash my hands constantly now.
But yeah, one wonders now that they're saying now that the people are starting to get inoculated, and authorities are still saying even if you've had the vaccine, continue to wear the mask, continue to social distance.
Yeah.
What I worry about is that people are going to think that shot or shots is their license to go nuts.
Well,
Pardon me.
Here's what
hold that sneeze in, didn't make it.
Here's what I think is going to be the biggest problem. You're going to have the people that are not careful between their first and their second injection. You're going to have people that don't go back for the second injection.
That occurred to me too. If you got the Pfizer vaccine, you won't go back and get number 2.
And the Moderna's a 2-shot deal too.
Is it?
Yeah. And that's the thing. They saw this when they first instituted the hepatitis C vaccine a number of years ago. And that was a 3-shot process. And half the people that took it stopped after 2 and said, I probably don't need the 3rd. I've had 2.
There's a reason why it's 3.
But see, people get very, very foolish with that kind of thing. And all their grandparents' BS superstitions. Oh, they're just trying to milk you for more money by bringing you for that 3rd shot. And I used to remember my old Italian relatives with that kind of stuff, and it just made me just rub my head, But I think there's a big danger that we're going to see people, it's kind of like they vote in the primary election, but they don't go back for the runoff.
Mm-hmm.
We've
talked about that.
About same percentages with vaccines that are even with kids, your doctor will tell you gotta bring your baby back for the booster in 3 weeks. And the office will call and say, bring your baby back for the booster, make an appointment in the next few days. And parents don't, they forget. They figure it's not that important.
Now the Pfizer vaccine is 2 shots in 3 weeks, 21 days.
Yeah, 2 shots, 21 days.
Okay, is Moderna the same time period?
I think so, yes.
But it's just a different formulation. What I do know is the Pfizer vaccine has to be kept extremely cold until it's administered, whereas the Moderna can be stored at room temperature.
Yeah, a regular refrigerator will do it for Moderna.
One more quick thing. Congress has agreed on a $1 trillion second economic relief package for COVID-19.
But what are they going to give you? You sent a lot to me, right?
$600 direct stimulus payment to each and every one of us.
Oh, I feel so stimulated.
Most each and every one of us. Also, temporarily, an additional $300 per week in supplemental jobless benefits. So remember, we were given $600 a week.
And then that expired.
To those on unemployment. Those on unemployment will now be getting an extra $300 a week. No telling when that will get underway and the checks will start to flow.
Yeah, they keep saying we're almost there, we're almost there, we're almost there. And, almost is only good in horseshoes, hand grenades, and atomic bombs. So let's get this done.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I want to get done is whatever it takes to maintain the freedom that we enjoy in this republic and go back to that life. That's what I want. I want to see us come out the other side of this virus with some kind of reasonable expectation of freedom, and not to have to wear a uniform or a mask or have our attendance controlled. I yearn for those days to return to us all.
Well, as Bo Clark explained to us off air, you get enough percentage of the population vaccinated, enough percentage that have it and survived it, pretty soon, you're back to normal.
We'll hope.
Which is where we need to be.
We'll have prayers for 2021 in that. That's going to wrap up our program for the day. We sure do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. I don't know that we're just going to do some Christmas ramblings tomorrow.
I think we'll talk a little bit about Christmas stuff tomorrow.
Christmas ramblings on the program. Meanwhile, Clarence Buggs is on the way next, so please sit tight for that. The Clarence Buggs Show. Until tomorrow, take care.
Stay well.
God bless.